Sherika Jackson will try to break the 200 meters world record today. This is Undiluted News, Mikey Bones reporting. But just before we get to that, we're going to start with their attorney at law, Rita Allen Brown, is livid amid the continued detention of her client despite being granted bail. Her client, a Guyanese national, Akeisha Piggott, was shot 3 times during an alleged confrontation with the police late last month. Reports are that on August 17, a police party signaled a vehicle being driven by a man called O'Dane Wright and with Miss Piggott aboard to stop. The police alleged that the driver tried to evade them but was blocked. He then reportedly fired a shot at the policemen. The police said the gunfire was returned and both Wright and Piggott were shot. They were transported to hospital where Wright was pronounced dead and the woman admitted under police guard. The police said that they obtained a search warrant for the woman's apartment, and according to attorney Rita Allen Brown, the police executed the search warrant despite no other person being on the premises. And following a search, the police reported the discovery of a 9mm pistol on a bedside table. Miss Piggott was charged on August 24th for possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition and was granted bail in the sum of $500,000 with one of 3 sureties and on condition that she surrenders her travel documents. However, she still remains in jail. A man was shot and killed by a lone gunman while awaiting breakfast that he ordered at a restaurant in his Westmoreland community yesterday morning. The deceased has been identified as 25-year-old O.J. Davidson, who was of a Church Lincoln, Grangehill, Westmoreland address. Davidson was reportedly on bail on a charge of murder. One of the conditions of his bail was that he should not be in Westmoreland. Reports are that about 8 a.m., Davidson went to a restaurant in Grangehill where he ordered breakfast and went outside while waiting on the meal. And during his wait, he was attacked by a lone gunman who opened gunfire at him. Davidson reportedly sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. And no motive for the deadly attack has yet been ascertained. Angry residents yesterday staged a protest on block roads leading in and out of Denhamtown Community, Kingston, over the fatal shooting of a 35-year-old man in the area. The placard-bearing residents claimed that on Wednesday, the man identified as Nicholas Miller was chased and shot dead by law enforcers. The incident reportedly happened sometime after 5 p.m. The police are yet to release a statement on the issue. Angry residents, not waiting for the police to respond, took to the streets after the incident and called for a thorough investigations to be carried out on the matter. However, the question is, why was he running from the police? If you are not a criminal and the police is approaching you, why are you running? 25-year-old Darrell Watson, otherwise called Stinger of Hamilton Street in Western Park in Clarendon, was charged with 2 counts of possession of a prohibited weapon, possession of a prohibited weapon with intent to traffic ammunition, and 2 counts of fraudulent use of a license plate following an operation along the Four Paths Main Road in the parish on Saturday, August 26. Reports from the Mapen police are that about 1:30 p.m., a black Toyota Wish motor car bearing 2 different license plates was intercepted along the Four Paths Main Road, and this vehicle is believed to have been involved in the bank robbery that occurred in Mandeville. A search of the vehicle was conducted and a magazine containing 25 9mm rounds, 2 7.62 rounds, 1 5.56 M16 spent casing, and 1 9mm magazine was seized. And he was driving in the vehicle that is said to be involved in that Mandeville shootout with the police at the bank that they robbed. 21-year-old Shadrick Thompson, a farmer off Hampstead Road in Kingston 8, has been charged with the 2022 deaths of 2 men in a car park on Barbican Road in St. Andrew. Kareem Harris and Akeem Morgan, both of Confidence View Lane Standpipe in St. Andrew, were killed on Thursday, December 29 of last year. Reports from the Halfway Tree police are that about 6:50 a.m., Harris and Morgan were using the drive-thru at a food establishment when an argument developed between them and other men, including Thompson, who was waiting in line. The confrontation escalated and men traveling in another motor vehicle who were armed with knives and machetes joined the clash. The men attacked Harris and Morgan and inflicted stab and chop wounds to their bodies. The injured men were transported to hospital where they were pronounced dead. An investigation was launched into the matter and Thompson was apprehended in St. Mary on Wednesday, August 31st. Murder charges were laid against him after an interview in the presence of his attorney on Wednesday, September 6. 20-year-old Garland Holmes, otherwise called Nippy of Norman Avenue in Kingston 2, was previously charged in connection with this same incident, and other suspected perpetrators who are still on the run, investigators are appealing to them to turn themselves in to the nearest police station. On to sports, Jamaica's world champion Sherika Jackson is said to make a record-breaking attempt in the women's 200 meters at the Wanda Diamond League meet in Brussels today. The recently renovated King Bedouin Stadium boasts a superfast track, providing Jackson with extra motivation for her world record pursuit. Meet director Kim Gevert announced this week that she was super happy with the work that has been done on the track, whose forgiving curvatures has always encouraged fast times for 200 meters and 400 meters runners in particular. A world record is very much on the mind of Jackson, who retained her world 200 meters title last month. Meanwhile, Jamaica's international Demario Gray became the latest player to join the exodus to Saudi Arabia after signing for a Saudi Arabia team yesterday on the final day of the country's transfer window. The Everton winger moved for an undisclosed fee and signed a 4-year contract. He follows a slew of stars from Europe's top league who have headed to the lucrative Saudi League in recent months. Marquee names like Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Karim Benzema have all taken up the riches on offer as Saudi has embarked on a spectacular recruitment drive. The ambitious attempt to lure top stars has also been criticized as sport washing to improve Saudi Arabia's image in the face of its human rights record. That's make me say this. Some people will sell their soul for money. No matter how bad that country is, they're going over there because they're paying a lot of money. The 27-year-old Gray joined Everton from German team Bayer Leverkusen in 2021. He made 75 appearances and scored 12 goals for the Premier League club. The Saudi League has shaken up world football after targeting the biggest names in football. Luring Ronaldo, Neymar, and Benzema, they also made moves for Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe, who turned them down. Champions League winners Sadio Mane, Riyad Mahrez, and N'Golo Kante are among other leading players to have moved to the oil-rich kingdom. There's going to be big football this evening when Jamaica will face Honduras at the National Stadium at 8 p.m. tonight in the CONCACAF Nations League. The Reggae Boys are to compete against Suriname, Haiti, Honduras, Cuba, and Grenada in Group B, League A of the Nations League. And the team looks very strong and consists of top players who play abroad. And this includes our top forwards Leon Bailey, Mikel Antonio, Demario Gray, Dujan Richards, Corey Burke, Shamar Nicholson, Ronaldo Cephas. And if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.